Atiku enters the bad book of the presidency and, President Muhammadu Buhari. Guess what? They have actually lashed and blasted him over what he said. But what exactly did he say and what are their responses? Why are they responding this way? So many and much more you will get in this very report. But you know how we do it right here. This is Saffron Media and we're here to give you the best, the most trending, exciting, reliable, authentic happenings in Nigeria and especially in the area of politics and many more. Yes, we're here to ensure that you get the best. Yeah, and guys, please don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell. And don't forget to drop a comment for this very report. Remember that we are here for you always. All right, guys, without further ado, let us get right into the details of this report and see why presidency and Buhari is blasting Atiku over Nigeria's failed state. I don't know why they are putting the blame on Atiku Abubakar because, the administration really do not like to accept responsibility. They always like to put blames on others. But let us get right in and hear the main report about all of this. Atiku Abubakar, a former vice president, has expressed fear about some economic indices suggesting that the country is slipping into a failed state. Atiku, who contested the 2019 presidential election on the platform of the People's Democratic Party, said this in a statement in Abuja on Sunday. The statement signed by him is titled, World's Highest Unemployment Rate, Time to Help This Government Help Nigeria. Atiku lamented that his earlier warnings to the regime of the President Muhammadu Buhari were ignored. He said, in a situation where we simultaneously, the world headquarters for extreme poverty, the world capital for out-of-school children, and the nation with the highest unemployment rate on earth, there is a genuine and present danger that we might slip into the failed state index, God forbid. He attributed the cause of the nation's current predicament to the All Progressive Congress-led regime's decision to abandon the people-centered leadership and free trade and deregulatory policies of the former President Olusegun Obasanjo's administration. Atiku said the country at that time was maintaining an almost single-digit unemployment rate. He said the Buhari regime was now implementing discredit, command, and control policies that had led to a massive capital flight from Nigeria. Atiku said even when the lack of funds, we continue to ramp up government involvement in sectors that ought to be left to the private sector, with the latest being the ill-advised $1.5 billion so-called rehabilitation of the Port Harcourt refinery that has failed to turn a profit for years. What this government must realize is that the unprecedented insecurity Nigeria is facing is the result of youth unemployment. Idleness is the worst feature of unemployment because it channels the energy of our youth away from production and towards destruction. And that is why Nigeria is now the third most terrorized nation in the world. The PDP chieftain urged the Buhari regime to ensure that all school-aged children were encouraged to be in school by paying parents earnings less than $800 per annum a monthly stipends of 5,000 naira. He said if we can get the 13.5 million out of school Nigerian children into school, we will turn the corner in one generation. If we do not do this, then the floodgates of unemployment will be further open next year and in the years to come. As a nation, we are better off privatizing our refineries and the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation through the time-tested Nigerian liquefied natural gas model in which the federal government owns 49% equity and the private sector 51%. Meanwhile, the special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Femi Adesina, says about 30 million Nigerians were unemployed before Buhari took over office. Adesina said the recent report released by the National Bureau of Statistics that 23.2 million Nigerians are unemployed was not new. The president's spokesman said this on Sunday on Chinese television, Sunday Politics. Checks by the Punch, however, show that the unemployment rate was 8.9% when Buhari took over office in May 2015, while it has now grown up to 33.3% under Buhari. Responding to a question, Adesina said, "You will recall that in the build-up to the 2015 election, when the APC was campaigning, the figure that the then candidate Buhari used was that a minimum of 30 million Nigerians was unemployed, particularly youth, that his government was going to do something about it. That was in 2014-2015. So don't make it appear like a genie that just came out of the bottle. No, it had always been there. It had always been there." Additional also lambasted former Vice President Atiku Abubakar for calling on the president to improve. Additional added the former vice president was in power for 8 years. Now he is in the position. He is in the opposition. You can take whatever he says as the gospel. When former Vice President Atiku Abubakar was in government with President Olusegun Obasanjo, where did they take the country? Where did they leave the country? I have seen clips on social media where he said some things they promised to do, particularly on power. Some people collected some trillions and didn't deliver. Former vice president is part of the rot this country became. He cannot exculpate himself. He cannot sit in judgment over anybody. He played his part for 8 years and they left the country where they left it. He cannot, like Pontius Pilate, begin to wash clean of what Nigeria has become. When I say shame, 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 I say shame again to this government. If we do not do away with the habit of the blame game, I'm sorry, Nigeria is going to suffer for a very long time. Now, you claim that in 2014-2015, the statistics of unemployment was 13.9%, but now it is 33.3%. And you said it all started back then. How come? For me, why I always see these things very funny is that when you came into government, the things were not as bad as it is now. Why don't you leave it the way they are? How come they became deteriorated in your time and you putting the blame on some government that has passed? It is your time. Use it. Let us talk about you after you have left office. How come these guys are putting all the blames on past administration? If we continue in this manner, Nigeria will never move forward. It is the opportunity to make the country better. That is why you vowed to come into office. And here you are, putting the blame on past administration. It is a shame. And I say shame, shame, shame again to this present administration. Let them wake up and be ready to hold what they have been given to. Let them hold their responsibilities. That is all I have to say. So guys, please tell us what you think and drop your comments right here. Do have a pleasant time. Bye for now.